ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Gonzo Ewok channel for another episode of Let's Play FTL. This is our third episode in this particular run-through with the Nottheborg, a Lanius vessel, piloted by my friend here.
Hello!
That would be Gonzo. I am Ewok, and
let's crack straight back on
the
it.
Survivor gets on board the ship. Did we quit out in the middle of an event last time?
I don't think we did.
I don't think we did. Oh, have we lost some progress?
Let's double check this, see what's
The
happening.
ship you saved was badly damaged in the battle. Most of the crew accept your offer to be dropped off at the nearby station. One offers to join your crew. Survivor gets on board the ship. Now we were... Have a look and see where you are on the map. Yeah, we're at the exit point, but I don't remember there being an event when we got to the exit point.
And that's brand new crewman as well.
Yeah, I certainly don't remember there being a battle. We'll have to go back and look at the video and see if anything happened.
I think it was just an event, aye?
I thought we got there and there was absolutely nothing there.
Very odd. Very odd. Well, we've still got our weapons. We've got our cloak up to max. We've got 3 layers of shields.
You might as well stick them in the sensor room.
Aye, why not? Go on, little pal. You can...
Well, that's a turn up. Actually, what were his skills? Because he might be better suited somewhere else.
Well, he's all-right shields.
All-right shields. You've got a Lanius guy in shields, but he just went there, so...
Alright then, even better. You're going to come over there. Don't choke too much.
Well, that's a turn up, isn't it?
It certainly is.
You've put him in the engine room.
Yeah, I'm just waiting until there's a bit more oxygen in the room.
Well played. Clever boy.
He ran through that one, he took a little bit of damage, and obviously with having that, I want to try and minimise.
Yeah, you might want to get some power in that when we're jumping.
That's a good point. I'll tell you what, we can probably afford...
We can afford another bar of power if you want, because you just got 45 odd scrap from that.
Oh, that's an even better idea, because since we've got that max cloak, we might as well use it.
How absolutely bizarre.
It's very, very random.
Oh well, never mind, ladies and gentlemen. That was a turn up for the books.
We'll probably end up reviewing the footage anyway. But if anybody does know what happened there, you know, if I maybe dropped a bit of a balls up in the last episode, by all means, let me know. All right, I'm feeling as though the ship is looking a little bit healthier here. We've done 2 safe sectors.
You're gonna hit a hardcore one for some scrap.
Go and hit rebel controlled.
Excellent. I like it.
Right.
You have to be very cautious in this sector. The rebels have full control and no doubt looking for you. We haven't done many rebel-controlled sectors because that was a new addition to the Advanced Edition, wasn't it? I
believe it was. Now, I will just point out that your cat is kind of loitering, and when your cat loiters, there's usually crackling and popping on the old microphone there.
Oh, you see, normally I would lock her out, but I feel bad for her after we took in that lost cat yesterday and she ended up locked out. She was very stressed.
Aye, I can imagine.
Well,
plus, the house probably now smells of that cat.
He was an unspayed male as well, so
Oof,
my two queens were going mental.
They'll be horny as all blight. Right,
well, they are neutered or spayed or whichever it is for whichever sex.
I still think it doesn't stop them. The most erogenous muscle in the body is the mind. That's the way it works. Right, we're going to come up here.
And then down to the distress.
And then around all that kind of gubbins. So we'll jump on. Now, I was playing alright in the last episode. Fingers crossed that's going to carry on.
You were. We've got an automated rebel ship guarding a storage cache. Now, you can cloak to avoid it, or you can try and beat the ship to get to the cache.
We should just beat it and then scavenge it and then get the cache anyway. I think it's only got a laser and that looks like a beam weapon.
It could be a small... Yeah, it's 2 lasers. Oh well.
That's not bad. I'm not particularly worried about that, frankly.
Because you've got your guy in the scanner room now, you can see their weapons charging up, which is really handy.
Certainly is. I think we'll not take any chances. That was a bit silly, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's better to wait until the fire.
Actually fired. Yeah, I thought that I had.
But you've knocked his weapons out anyway, so no harm.
We're still cloaked as well, strangely enough. We fired while cloaked.
I wonder if the Lanius cruiser has some sort of built-in stealth weaponry. I was
under the impression... double check that on ships. I mean, I don't think we've got any special equipment that'll let us do it, but it seems to fire just before it comes off its cloak. Which is quite a nice feature if it does.
Quite interesting, yeah. Right. So 51 for the ship, and then you hit the station, you get 3 fuel, a drone part, and another 30 scrap.
But that was worth it.
That's a damn good start. You've went from virtually nothing to 100 scrap.
Yep, not bad at all. I'm just trying to work out if there's anything in particular that I would want to do in the ship.
Take a look at the ship and see if it does have... No, I mean, that's an interesting one, that. Kirby's mentioned to me before that he didn't think you needed anything special in order to shoot when cloaked, but if you look at the description of cloaked weapons, it specifically says that that's what you do. I wonder if it's maybe something that was introduced in the patch.
Maybe just a little bit of a...
That's got a little bit of a crossover or something.
Because it just seems to fire just before you uncloak. Only one of your weapons gets off when you get a few shots off and then you uncloak. So maybe it still encourages it to happen, but at least lets you get the shots.
Whereas if you've got the stealth weaponry, maybe you can shoot at any point while cloaked. It doesn't hold it until the end. Oh, well, that's interesting. Because it used to be, I think, it used to shoot and then you immediately lost your cloak. Whereas now it seems to hold on to it. In any case, oh, what are you doing? Are you going for extra hacking? I mean, a 7-second disruption's a big difference over a 4-second disruption. Yeah,
I think we'll do that just so we've got it up and online, and then if needs be, we can take the power out of there and, you know, put it somewhere else. It would be nice to see if we could maybe get the firebomb online at the same time as the chain laser.
That would be quite an expensive one. But we're only halfway through. We've got plenty of time to get that scrap at this point.
Right, hit this distress beat and get ready with your voice acting. There we go.
Your cockpit lights up with warning signals. You're being targeted by a nearby ship. The distress call was a lure to attract unwitting ships into weapons range. You prepare for a fight.
Show you my cockpit.
This is why I'm not an actor.
Right, they're coming in with all sorts of horrible guff.
2 heavy lasers, one slightly heavier than the other.
I can't really see much going wrong with this one, I'll be honest.
Not really. I mean, having the chain laser and the burst laser means you've got enough to just power through absolutely anybody's shields. You don't even have to worry about trying to take the shields offline. Oh, so that's a dual firing laser. So if they're lucky enough to get them off at the same time, they could theoretically knock your... I think you should hit that shield. If you take down 2 layers of shield, it's gonna speed things up significantly. Yeah, I'll do it.
Nice.
So they're offering to surrender. The 4 missiles. Normally that would be a good deal, but you're absolutely drowning in missiles at the moment.
Yeah, we've got plenty. The only time we'll use them is for the firebomb, and it's not like we're going to use that many. I
think the firebomb's going to be more of a late game sort too. I still think it's going to have a lot of usefulness against the final boss if you're lucky enough to get that far.
Yeah, by all means. It's tempting. You know, we have worried about fuel. No, scrap's what I'm after. So sorry, Chief. And we're playing as the baddies. Can't forget that.
Absolutely. I think you're going to actually kill that poor NG guy who's in there.
No. Nice. Well, that was terrible shooting.
Like I say, it's nothing really to worry about. They're not much of a threat. It's amazing to think how far we've come on since we started playing this. I mean, yeah, admittedly, we still are playing it on easy mode. We had so many games where we got nowhere close. And now, we've beat the final boss several times in a row, and we keep getting reasonably far even when we do run into troubles.
Yeah, I mean, this was a bit of a shaky start, this run of this particular ship, the good ship Nottheborg. But it's looking alright here. There's a lot of lasers that this thing can pump out when it needs to.
It is. I mean, burst 3 fires 5, doesn't it?
It does. And then we've got another 2 comes off the chain laser.
I mean, yeah, that's just going to get through anything, isn't it?
Yeah, even against the final boss and the rebel flagship there, it's still going to be enough to put holes in its shields.
Well, yeah, I mean, it can take out 4 layers of shields and land 4 hits, which can instantly take any system down.
Let's put that in for good measure, why not? Alright, so we've got 1 less fuel, a little bit less there, but we've got a bit more scrap.
Yeah, you got about an extra 30% scrap.
Yeah, I think that's worth it. Alright then. Tempted to come down here, and then we can probably work our way up and around.
Yeah,
the old Dulcie door up around the top of the system.
Well, you can't go down there. You're trying to jump too far.
Oh, sorry, I was distracted again by your cat.
Come here, cat. It's a sensor station this time that this automated vessel is guarding.
All right.
No option to cloak and get past it.
Right. So we'll just hit it. It's only got a couple of layers of shields.
It does have a missile, but you can dodge the missile quite easily.
Certainly can. Just need to get that thing offline. We should be okay.
The cat's being unusually affectionate today.
Because it senses that there was another cat around here. And that represents a threat. A threat for your affections.
That's okay, she's not very affectionate often, so it's nice to have her here. Are you going to say hello to everyone on YouTube? Meow.
Let's just point out that was you doing an impression.
I think that was pretty obvious.
And you're trying to lose the reputation that you have as Scary Cat Man.
God, if I hadn't managed to...
impressions of your cat.
I was worried that we're going to end up stuck with the little visitor that we had last night.
Yeah,
because
I could tell when I came across
I mean, we've got 2, and I think 2 is the limit before you are officially labelled as a crazy cat person.
You did just do an impression of your cat. Let's just put that out there. I think that's a big tick in the box for mental cat person.
But it's kind of a thing on YouTube. You're always watching Let's Plays and seeing
All
the cats interfering with the microphones
all
and
YouTubers.
keyboards.
Oh, there's a missile coming in. Oh, missed. It's not bad. That'll do it. Yeah, all without exception, I think just about every YouTuber that I watch has at least one cat. Usually multiples of cats.
24 scrap plus you get a scan of the system, which could be useful.
Certainly can. So
we've got 2 stores up around the top.
Might be worth checking in.
Possible ship detection.
There's not really many ships in this area here.
Yeah, it does seem a bit thin on the ground ship-wise.
I mean, that would have been probably a bit unpleasant, like 4 off the bat. I'm tempted to maybe double back, then over to here, up to here, like that.
Can you get round to where you wanted to go from there? Have a look at the exit points from there. Yeah. So double back and then see if you can loop up
and around. We'll see how things are looking.
Give it a whirl. Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
We'll get criticised for not skirting perilously close to where the rebel advance is.
Rebel automated ship floating near the beacon. Despite its pristine condition, it appears to be deactivated. You can download the ship's data stores or strip it for any useful scrap.
It's got a big missile.
I say get its data stores because you'll get them, and then you'll be able to blow it up and get some scrap.
You accidentally reactivate the ship's AI. It was on purpose.
Okay, keep your eye open because, as well as that massive missile launcher, he has. Yeah, you could try and knock the mind control out there.
I will do. What I'm going to do is come in, try and take out the weapon so we'll get rid of that missile, so I'm not that concerned.
It's only your doors that are going to get damaged. It'll do a tiny bit of damage to your ship, but I wouldn't even be that concerned about it. Yeah, you don't want that to hit you though. Ooh, just in time. Well, the main control's out, but he still has that missile.
Right. Come back in. This could be painful.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Nice.
I like the way you're handling your chain laser. You're doing that quite well.
I know.
I'm sure you're getting the most bang for your buck.
I haven't really had much practice, but it seems to make sense. I am very slowly learning. Ah well, it's an extra bit of damage.
And the next one will take him out.
Yeah.
Oh dear. They're shooting at your weapons, but I think you'll have him dead before he gets to make any sort of impact.
Chance as much.
So yeah, not even the mind control did any scrap of damage. 43 scrap, which is more than you would have got just by scrapping it.
Just ever so slightly, yeah. Yeah, I think it was 28, so yeah, it's an extra 15 scrap. Missile, drone part. Nice.
Did you get anything from its sensor stores? I've got no idea.
Don't think so. It was.
If you did, it probably would have been the same as you got from doing the sensor station. So.
Probably.
So you got 115, which is not bad. Bearing in mind there's a shop coming up.
There is. We're going to keep it for the shop. We're going to need 180 to get our 4th layer of shields up, and then we'll probably need
another 70.
So it's 250 scrap we're going to need, which is a bit of an investment, but 4th layer of shields is always going to be handy.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Right, something juicy. Come on.
Automated scout ship pursuing a civilian ship. Weapons engaged.
I'm not really that bothered about helping civilians, but I do like the idea of a good rook.
I like killing rebels.
This is very true. Right, they're coming in with very much more the same by the looks of it.
Yeah, it's heavy on the old missile weapons lately. What is that? Is that a beam drone? Yes, it is. Barely scratching you though. I didn't like the look of that big missile the last one had. I wouldn't like to get hit by that. I wonder how much damage that thing would have caused. But it's always system damage. It's the killer rather than actual hull damage. Hull damage you can live with until you blow up. System damage, it just leaves you wide open.
Yeah, if the wrong system goes down at the wrong time, your fight is scuppered. Come and hit that drone just because
it's annoying you.
It's pissing us off.
Oh, never mind. Well, you knocked it out anyway. They sort of repair these automated vessels.
Yeah.
Hit the shields.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Cut the time down a bit. Nah, that'll do it. Ha ha ha. Feeling a little untouchable at the moment. I mean, it really was a shaky start. I can't believe how far you've come on.
Yeah, actually, this is a run that I'm not particularly embarrassed about so far, which is always nice.
It's good to have one of them every now and again.
It's probably me first on the channel. Let's be brutally honest, mate.
Another 3 fuel as well. You
you're
hitting on quite well.
Oh, right, I see. That's what happens when you try and hit civilians. They just bugger off. Help them, not hit them. It's probably confusion like that which has made them run away.
It's probably because you had the comms open. Well, I don't really want to help the civilians, but I love a good scrap.
Which one? Take your pick.
I hit the closest one.
Right. Make it a gun. No sun in the background, that's always a bonus.
Civilian colonists loyal to the rebel cause are present on a nearby planet.
Oof.
Looks like they're receiving a supply shipment. Could be useful.
To attack them and then bomb the planet from orbit. So that's flak cannon.
Flak 1, or is it even flak 2?
Might be flak 2.
Oh, if it's flak 2, you want to get that out. 2 laser shield and a defense drone. Is it a missile defense drone, or is it capable of shooting down lasers, though? That is the big question.
Fingers crossed, we ain't gonna find out.
Right, it looks like flak 1. It's firing 3. I think flak 2 fires 5, does it, or is it even 7?
I think it's 7, but they're wildly inaccurate.
I think it's an excellent weapon, flak 2. I take it every
brilliant.
time I get the chance.
Oh yeah, I mean the inaccuracy doesn't matter if you smack right bang in the middle of the old ship.
Well, I tend to use it to take the shields out more than anything else. You use that for the shields, and then you use your precision weaponry to target the systems.
Where we're gonna go? Stick out a second.
If anything, it's probably more dangerous the computer using it, because the computer is not particularly good at targeting your systems. So having the wide spread that the flak's got.
Yeah.
The rebel ship destroyed. You take your time to collect what little scrap remains. They'd already made their delivery. You can still steal the civilian supplies.
Good that rebels anyway.
You make the colonists teleport the supplies to your ship. Oh well, it's nothing more than building construction supplies. But scrap is scrap.
Nice. We'll take it.
195.
Getting there. With 195, I think it makes a lot of sense to nip up the store.
You've got you could hit the other. You could have hit the other sector before.
I know, but we've still got plenty of other places we can look at to maximise.
It's a small station that's putting out wideband broadcasts on black market channels. Here you go. I'll tell you what. You keep the entertainment going. I forgot to get you a cup of coffee. How rude.
You did. I was thinking about that, but I didn't bother saying anything.
It's even on the pot.
I believe this is the first time that I've been left alone with the viewers, so while I'm here I would just like to point out that Ewok can be a nice guy, but he can also be a right bastard.
What?
Doesn't matter.
What have I done?
Doesn't matter, you just hang around in the background there. You're spoiling my jokes, you see. Nobody knows that you've got an open plan kitchen and you're only 10 feet away making a cookie. So that could have worked out a treat, you know.
There you go.
Lovely. We'll just take a little coffee break. So I'm just having a look here. Drone control I'm not particularly bothered about. Med bay would be handy, but it could be handy for a prolonged fight like you would get in...
Do you know what I'm thinking?
What are you thinking?
Crew teleporter.
No, it's not my style. It's not how I roll.
You got Lanius crew members. You drop the 2 Lanius crew members into a room. A small room, 2 spaces. They can attack whatever system is in it. They can send people in to try and take your Lanius crew members down, but they're going to suck the oxygen out of the room.
I mean, we could do, but looking at the little sprites for the Lanius, they look as though they can handle themselves. But I don't want to take that chance. You do that on your run. You like the old crew teleporty things.
I do.
And, you know, at some point I'm sure we'll end up doing a run where you make good advantage of it. So I'm not particularly worried about that.
Fair enough, my friend. In that case, I don't think there's really much here for you unless you want to invest in drone control.
The thing is,
do you have system space though?
Yeah, we've got 1 slot left.
If you take the drone control, I think it might knock your hacking bay out.
It won't get rid of the clone technology.
No, the teleporter would get rid of the clone technology. Have a look at what rooms you've got. I mean, it could end up in that back room.
Yeah, down here.
I mean, it's a risk, innit?
You know, it's just because I'm thinking for a longer fight, it's nice to be able to put your crew across in there, or if you're getting boarded. If you're getting boarded, you want to have like a medical room to get your guys healed up with. It's so tempting. Are you scumming it and checking the wiki?
I am. Are you tempted to get the med bay then?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying, rather than the...
Yeah, it's med bay that I'm after.
I mean, I prefer the med bay to the clone.
Me too. And in the middle of a fight, or if you get boarded, really the strategy is to pile yourself into the med bay so you can get healed while you're fighting.
Yeah.
So I've pressed it. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, so it does give you fair warning. Fair enough.
It'll replace the clone bay. We'll take it. Pop a little bit of power in there.
Oh, there we go. I mean,
nice.
Got something out of it. You going to keep a hold of your scrap, or is there anything else you want while you're here?
There wasn't really much there that I was saying, if I'm honest. Drone control, not particularly bothered about. Crew teleporter,
Not your style.
No. I mean, drone control, we could get an anti-personnel drone or a system repair drone, but
do we really need them? We've got that many people.
We'll jump on.
Plus, with the lanyards, you can suck the oxygen out of most of the ship, and you've got doors. You've got blast doors, and you've got a crewman in the door room, effectively adding another layer of doors.
We know that we've got good use for scrap. We know that the scrap is going to be used towards shields, so I'm not going to make a beeline for the other store. There's nothing really particularly that I want right now, so I'm going to come down here, and then... That's going to be close.
Do it. I think you'll be okay. I think you'll just scrape past them.
What's the worst that can happen? You end up fighting you've got to fight the rebels.
You don't get much scrap through it. Okay, you've got a blue option here. At first it seems like a simple nebula, but it's actually filled with a good amount of debris from a brutal exchange between several ships. Wreckage drifts by your screens and tumbles into the depths of the nebula to be lost in sight. It's hard to determine who the combatants were without closer investigation.
Let's use the sensors.
Use the sensors to scan the wreckage. You get long-range scanners. I love long-range scanners. It means every system's going to be wide open. You're going to be able to see where everything is.
Yeah.
Plus you get a decent amount of scrap, bit of fuel and some missiles.
Not bad at all, really. Let's jump on. Oof, just made
yeah,
it.
I told you. Fine. Begin charging your FTL drive and do a quick scan of a local planet and find the ruins of a recently destroyed Federation colony. There must be a rebel ship. Once again, you can use your scans to perform a scan of the area.
Let's do that.
You find the rebel ship's location and move to intercept.
Right, so they've got beams, they've got little shoot the enemy combat drone.
They've got a small bomb.
Aye. Well, you know, probably taking out the drones is a good thing, but I want to get that bomb offline because I don't like them.
Yeah, I mean, the drones and the missile together are still going to struggle against your shields, whereas that small bomb won't. Pause, pause, pause. There you go. Good work.
That was close. Right.
So just off the front there.
Stitch that, Jimmy. I mean,
I still think shields might be the way to go.
I'm thinking it is. They can't really do much just with the lone drone there.
And then having their shields down means they're a lot more vulnerable to your follow-up attacks. There's not much tension and excitement when the battles are so one-sided at the moment.
It's very true. I mean, that'll rapidly change though as we start advancing into.
Absolutely. I mean, we're still really just over the halfway point. We've got a long way to go. I think we've just had some fortunate runs. Got a lot of scrap. Offer and surrender for 5 missiles, 31 scrap and 2 drone points.
Don't need your missiles, pal, and 31 scraps. Not very good. And you're a rebel, and I'll just kill your weapons.
We're more interested in killing.
Go and hit the drones. It's not doing anything. It's just pissing us off. Flapping around over there. Look at it.
What happened to that other one?
It got blown up with a salvo of laser fire.
Excuse you.
Thank you very much.
40 scrap, so it was worth it.
Aye. Only ever so slightly more.
Now, you've got enough for your other shield layer plus 1 power.
That would probably do it, actually, wouldn't it? We could maybe knock one off.
Off somewhere else.
Because we're not really particularly using the hacking. I like the way you think. Take that because we'll make good use of it. We'll take 1 off the hacking because that's not really something that we're actively using, and we can still fire if it needs to.
Pretty mean.
Yeah. I think we've probably got time to come down and hit another one of these.
Yeah, I would think so.
Possibly even across there and then up. But we'll go there anyway and we'll work out from
I'd go down. There seemed to be some sort of anomaly up at the top which didn't look nice. Rebel scout on attack approach to a small refueling outpost.
So they're charged, but they're not. Oh, it's a fight, isn't it?
It's a fight. Don't know who you are, but no one defies the rebel fleet.
Don't know who you are, but you're a real dead ringer for life.
It's interesting that you were thinking that, because I was thinking no one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Could have.
I don't know who you are, but no one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Oh, I beaming aboard. I see what you're doing.
Right, get some doors open. And be prepared to bail out of the hoo-ha, the whatchamacallit. The cockpit, that's the one.
Just get our weapons up online. Right,
Get out of the med bay.
go on.
Or you get all your crew into the med bay, and open all the doors. And that'll leave them no option but to try and storm the med bay, where they'll get massacred by your crew. You want to have them stranded on your ship.
Oh, why not? I mean,
That's so cruel.
let's see what happens when they're being back then. It's the missile that I was particularly concerned about.
And it's gone now.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, they're panicking because the oxygen's getting sucked out before they can take out any of the systems. So they're not really a danger. So they'll start attacking your cloak and bay, oxygen will suck out, and they'll die.
Let's hit oxygen. Yeah, that's a really bad time of it.
Oh, they got back.
Fine, let them do what they want.
Let them die on their own ship. Slight damage to your cloak bay,
What I do?
but it didn't cause you any hull damage.
Let's close my doors back up, thank you very much. What should we hit? I'm taking the teleport
They're
out.
pretty much knackered, whatever you hit.
Right, they didn't like that.
They didn't like that at all. I can't believe
Just
it.
spread the system damage a little bit.
Yeah, it means they can't really focus their repairs, and they're having to have one guy in each area that's broken.
Well, they're properly knacked now anyway.
They are. That'll teach them for boarding you. They should have stayed on your ship. They would have had a better chance of survival.
Very
You could have
true.
taken them prisoner.
Indeed. Wouldn't always use more crew.
Now that would be a good little thing, wouldn't it? If you could have a prison on board your ship and you could knock them unconscious. And
Yeah, sort of mind wash them or something like that,
Yeah,
so
get
then
them
they
to
become
join
like your slaves on your ship.
yeah, maybe you've had like an upgrade of mind control. So if you destroy your ship when you've still got boarders, they'll join your crew.
Now,
Pompous bastards expected free service just because they defeated the Federation. Take this for your help.
whoa, 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 whoa! Defeated the Federation. Defeated the Federation,
Yeah.
he says.
We are the Federation.
Where's the button to bomb them?
Go fix your teleporter.
Right, that needs doing.
NG crewman, best at repairs, and he's close by as well.
I was gonna say we can send somebody else for the help, but don't
I believe you need to.
Nice.
Yeah, that didn't work out.
No, that was very bad. Right.
I guess you didn't save their positions from last time.
No. I think that's right.
That's fine.
Yep.
That's right. Save the positions now. That's the wrong one. Don't click that one. Don't click that one. That's the one. Click that one.
Just, you know when you just have like a complete brain fart?
Regularly.
Right, we could come up there and then go across to the exit, I think.
Yeah, I think you've got time for one more, and then that's definitely going to be your whack. A forward scout of the rebel fleet. I was thinking we're seeing a lot of rebels, but then I remembered we're in rebel-controlled territory. So they're trying to make a getaway, for whatever use that'll
Well,
do.
their weapons aren't good enough to get through.
Their weapons are puny, so just focus everything on the FTL drive. Oh, you're going to hag it, even better.
If it'll let it get through, I'm not sure if it will.
Oh,
Doesn't
it goes
do.
through shields normally.
I think because I've got a defense drone, it must have shot it down.
No, there it is. Aye, that'll sort them out.
That was the worst shooting I've ever seen.
You know,
in
you
the
could
entire
fire it
life.
at exactly the same time.
I know, but I
rather
just
than a
like to
little bit
stagger
later.
it. I time it badly, but I like to stagger it anyway.
You'd need to stagger it if you were going for maybe a second system, but if you're firing them both at the same area, then they can all come in at the same time, and it really makes a little difference.
Is that better?
Yeah, that'll do it.
Just
Must
want to
be
make sure that
bricking
keeps
it.
off.
I don't know what you're worried about. Can't even scratch you.
They can't even get in to fix it.
Ah, that must be devastating.
Like devastating Dave the Turntable Slave.
Just like the man himself. Oh dear. they're in real trouble.
They always have a very bad time of it all, don't they? Kind of feel sorry for them in a way.
Yeah, they're just sort of hopelessly outmatched. This Lanius Cruiser has done you well. It's a very nice ship.
Yeah, I'm loving it, mate. I was a bit sceptical when I picked it. I picked it mainly just because it was something a bit different.
And it looks really cool.
Yeah, it's the best looking ship by far.
It's also perfectly symmetrical, and I really like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Some of the other ships that don't
Like
have
the
perfectly
NG one with the
symmetrical layout.
weird, odd rooms.
Yeah, oh god,
Yeah.
no, can't have that.
Not having that.
At the FTL beacon, immediately discover a pirate ship, but there are no life forms on board, so you get some scrap for nothing. So you got 181 scrap. How much is it going to cost to get them weapons online? It's 190
bars.
plus power.
Yeah.
Not too far off, really.
It's not. We're not far off that in the slightest. Though we've got somebody in there, so we don't need to worry about it. We can see the power use.
If you go all the way up the top, I don't know why that would help.
No.
It's not like you can target their battery systems, so it doesn't really help.
Right.
I'd stay away from the nebula.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of a high level
Going
nebula.
into a nebula in a system slows the rebel fleet down, but going into a nebula, which encompasses a whole system, doesn't.
Yeah.
It says they were expecting it or something along those lines. So I'd probably stick with a civilian.
Should be an easy one in theory. Right, yeah, we know the drill.
Get to the exit beacon.
And there's more going on up there.
There's very little go. Oh no, because you can only see the next sector, can't you, with your long range scanner?
I'm going to check that out because it's a distress beacon, and then we can probably work our way up and around.
I'd hit the nebula after the distress beacon, as long as there's no environmental hazards there.
We shall see.
Because it'll slow them down a bit. Ship floating in some debris, our impulse drives are shot and we can't jump. Could you give us some fuel?
Usually I wouldn't, and I am playing a baddie, but if I get 9 or more scrap from them, that's my firebomb online.
So selfish motives.
Obviously.
Give them fuel. Thank the gods. We can get out of here. We're jumping straight home. We don't need this. Here's a chain burst laser. So we've already got a chain burst laser. Could be useful to have in the back if you don't want. If you get your weapons up and you don't want to use the firebomb.
This is true.
That gives you a formidable arsenal of laser bursts.
The other thing is, if we get 2 extra bars of power, I can have 2 of those going and the chain laser.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's absolutely formidable.
There's nothing's going to stop that really.
So it fires 2, doesn't it, the chain laser?
It's experiencing an ion storm.
So that'll knock some of your power off periodically. I'd avoid it because it has been known to knock shields out.
Yeah. We'll cut back up and around, I think.
Your screen lights up with warnings. A nearby pirate has advanced hacking tools and have tried to shut down your engines. The crew manages to keep them barely operational and you move in to attack.
Well, we'll hack them back.
You automatically counter the digital assault and move in to fight the ship.
Right.
Wow. 2 small bombs,
there.
a beam and a heavy laser. Now,
Yeah, I mean,
at least the good thing
great.
is the small bombs will charge up at the same time, so you'll be able to avoid both of them using the cloak. You could also... Oh no, you can't get your hacking tool online, it's been disabled by the event.
Aye. It's alright.
Sweet. A decent amount of shields they've got as well, so that's one of the small bombs offline.
Probably going to take some damage here.
A little bit of damage never hurt anybody, except that's exactly what it does.
Yeah, that's the whole point of damage. by definition, that's what damage is about. That's alright, I think we're going to come in and hit it before the bomb gets back online.
Looks like it.
Wish we'll go next.
Hit the shields. There we go. That didn't actually affect it all that much.
It's alright, it'll keep them busy, keep them chewing on that.
And you should get your scrap from this.
Should hope so.
I like the idea of having the chain laser.
Yeah, I think that's a spot on idea, mate. I can't wait to see it in action.
You'll have to remember, which I know
Oh,
is hard to say.
the clone the crewman there. Ooh. Balls that one up a little bit.
Never mind. Your cloak's back online.
Yeah. Poofed another crewman out of this mortal coil as well. Keep killing them, you keep seeing them reappear in the clone bay and walk out.
I'll keep my eye on that because I didn't notice it last time.
Yeah.
Did they appear with any sort of special effect?
No, just it looks almost like it's somebody
Like-
teleported in.
Like a teleporty.
I saw it and panicked and thought,
Oh,
oh my
there
god,
we go.
they're teleporting. Oh, that did
Boom.
it. Boom goes the dynamite.
I know it's a week off, so you probably won't remember, but we'll need to remember when we go against the final boss, because we think the firebomb's going to come in useful, to swap the order around before the battle in case we get hit.
We'll probably not remember that, but we should. That would be a good thing. Get that up. Can't afford any more, but what we can do...
You take one out of the cloak and the hack can be off.
Yep.
Because the cloak will still be there for the first wave. It's just a slow recharge time, and with all those lasers coming in, I don't think you'll need the cloak again.
Nice. Because we know there's a ship there, I'm going to go there and we can still double back on myself.
Around. Yeah. It is the sensible approach.
I want to see what happens when all of this fires at them.
An automated rebel scout is attacking a small refueling outpost. Oh, you could get some fuel from this. You've got a lot of shields, so it's a good opportunity to test a new setup.
Yep. Right.
He doesn't appear to... Oh, there we go. I was a bit concerned that he didn't appear to have any weapons. I say concerned, I mean, it wasn't much of a worry.
None of that seems to be particularly impressive.
You know... no, he's not going to get through your shields.
Go on and hit that, and we'll go in and hit that as well. Okay.
Well, that was not a good first outing for the incredible laser party.
No, I mean there was a lot of shite thrown in the general direction, but none of it actually achieved anything. Come back in. Try that again.
Exactly the same setup.
A little bit more damage.
Yeah, I mean, if you focused it, it would have absolutely annihilated it.
You can see, actually, these, now that they're kind of revved up, we could, in fact...
Oh.
Yeah. Those two together can put 4 shots in every, couple of seconds?
Yeah, they'll probably charge up twice for every time that the burst charges up. So fire them once.
Yeah, once they've fired on a few cycles and the chain
Although, you did get a pike beam with that.
Jesus wept.
It's not the halberd, it's not the mega powerful one, but I think it does 2 damage and ignores 1 layer of shield.
Everyone loves a beam, right? And then lots more scrap. Let's just double check this.
So the pike beam, it requires 2. It's got a 16 seconds charge and only does 1 damage per room hit. So it's not great. It only does 1 damage. It's the weak one. I'd stick with your chain lasers.
Yeah, I'm liking the old chain lasers.
Something to sell if you manage to hit a shop.
Yeah, I think we're sitting fairly pretty there.
You could buy more power. Then again, there may have been a shop right next to you.
Now, you see, we could go to it, but it's really limiting where we could go next.
You could
jump, come down, and then around these ones.
You could, but you could happily jump to the one closest to you before you hit the shop.
Try it.
Don't think you're gonna have any problems. So they're offering, you can give them 3 scrap for a drone part. No, you're alright. See, I told you should have gone straight to the shop.
Shop up the top.
Shop up the top. Another shop. Travelling merchant.
Charge ion Pegasus missile.
Now he's got some augs, but you'd have to get rid of some of your augs. So what's he got? FTL charge booster, 25% faster. Protect your ship from ion damage or the drone recovery arm.
None of that's particularly useful in our situation. I'm going to get rid of that though.
So it's worth 27 scrap just to get rid of that.
Aye.
Buy some more fuel.
Get a square 20. That's always nice. I'm not really worried about drones or missiles.
Excellent.
Especially since we're kind of heavily reliant on the chain lasers for the time being.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to use 45 missiles between now and the end game.
No, I don't think so.
The distress beacon is coming from the surface of a nearby moon, and your sensors are picking up a single life form.
It's a giant spider, but we're going to have a look anyway.
Find a man living alone in a cave. From the appearance of his wrecked ship, seems he's been here for many years. He looks healthy, but his mental state is questionable.
Oh.
You can bring him back to your ships in the hope of finding some help for him, or leave him alone to his ravings. I would leave him, because he quite often goes mental and turns on your crew. I think you can help him if you've got a more advanced med bay.
Yeah. I haven't had this this event before.
Do you need a new crewman? You've got 6 crew members.
You can't bring anything to the party.
Yeah, I'd hit that one. Open your options up a bit.
We can still look around the bottom if we've got time.
Yeah, there's time to zip around. An especially well-armed pirate ship wants you to hand over one of your crew members.
You seem to have a missile and a little namby-pamby laser.
Yeah,
do
especially
you know who I
well-armed
am?
for a pirate. I know who you are. You are not the Borg.
Right. What are you coming in with? Nout. Jack shit is what you're coming in with. Right, well, you have Altan crew member. I guess Altan crew member, he's about to be evaporated.
Can I suggest something just for fun?
What?
Set his oxygen room on fire.
Alright, well, we'll come in with the old chain lasers on. We'll
Take your shields out, because then you'll be able to use your... He can't harm you. But if you take your shields out, then you'll be able to use your missile and get straight through.
He's got a... oh no, hang on. Anti-combat drone. Can shoot your combat drones. Yeah. Well, I mean, he's having a really bad time of it. A really bad time of it.
Go on, get the firebomb out. We've never used it yet.
Alright, charge it up.
Make sure to take the shields out first, of course. Oh, that's... Oh no, what we're talking about, it goes through
It
shields.
does go through shields.
What we're worried about?
That's really, really, really unfortunate for him. And of course I'm going to incinerate the crew and shoot them the lasers.
Which is incredibly mean of you. I just stoked the fire some more.
It's a fire in the shields room as well.
Missile, missile.
Thank you, I would have missed that otherwise. I was too busy watching them burn. It's just too much fun.
See, it's quite an effective tactic, is it not? I mean, they're absolutely panicking, and they got the oxygen back online. But that is going to be really useful against that final boss, I feel.
I mean, there was probably no need to do that. I like the idea of it.
You like just watching them panic. So they're offering you a mantis
Swamps.
as a slave.
Pilot. I don't need any more crew. I mean, a mantis is nice to have, but it's not like I need them.
I think you're starting to reach the point where you don't really need the scrap either, though.
What would we do with scrap? We're just buying more power. That's all we're doing.
You've only got 2 more power you can buy.
Yeah.
Then after that, you can put a bit in the engines, but
yeah, I mean,
even then, there's not much left to play with.
No, I mean, we can bump up ancillary systems, things like the med bay, things like the oxygen, but there's no real need. You know what? I'm going to take them because I think they're going to burn down anyway. Right, swamps.
I was a good pilot, but not as good as your pilot.
He's going to go and loiter.
He's going to guard the oxygen room.
Aye. Just want to see if they actually managed to put the fire out or not.
Oh, I think they will. They were putting it out pretty quickly because there were 4 of them.
Oh well. We'll knock that down. Put that back on the next fight.
It's nice to have options, isn't it?
It is.
There's a store.
We'll have a look. We've got 120 scrap.
It's a group of mysterious alien vessels with technology for sale. Interesting. Crew members. They've got a second page. FTL jammer. Shield charge booster. Booster shield charge by 15%.
And drones.
And drones. 15% is decent. A scrap recovery arm. It's a bit late game to make it worthwhile, I think.
We're not going to make use of that.
No, not really.
So I'm going to get rid of that. We don't need it. We're not jumping back beacons.
And you're going to get the shield charge booster.
Yeah, I mean, it's negligible what it'll do, but it's still something that'll tip the balance in our favour, potentially. So
absolutely.
We'll take it. I do like the idea of having mind control, just because I know that the final boss will use it on us. And it means that we can just use it to counteract and get our crew back under control.
Can you?
Yeah, if you use it on your own ship.
Alright.
You can do that. It'll bring them back into your control. And that means that we can then focus our offensive power on the systems that we'll want to hit rather than trying to negate the mind control.
We'll have a click on it and see if it says it's going to replace anything. Nope, it's your final system slot.
For 75, I'm going to take it. Just so it's there. We've got it. If I need it, I can power it up. I can fire it.
Sounds good to me.
we'll focus on getting those last couple of bars of power.
And then that's about it.
Yeah, and then we're...
Nothing on the engine, so you're not very good at dodging. But with a cloaking device at level 3 and 4 shield, do you need to be?
Yeah.
You receive a request. All our military ships have been destroyed or damaged during the rebellion. However, there have been reports of a Mantis war camp only a few jumps from us. Can you help? Ooh.
I mean, it's a fight. I do like a fight.
It'll be a powerful fight. Oh, you get 51 scrap just for saying you'll help, even if you don't. Ha ha!
Idiots.
Get some power.
And with that, keep that up.
Get the main control on. The main control doesn't use any like parts, does it?
No, you just
perfectly free.
Yeah, you just click on it and then you click on either the guy of yours that's been taken over or
whoever you want to take.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I'm having it more as a defensive measure more than anything else. That's the plan.
But if it doesn't cost you any,
we've got time to go down here as well.
I think you've got time to hit 2. Oh well, never mind.
I'm going there.
You come across an asteroid mining colony. They message you immediately. Greetings, our supplies of mining explosives has run out since the rebels blockaded the system. Do you have extra explosives?
What are they going to give us realistically? If I give them 15, they'll give us scrap. I can use scrap for more power bars just so we've got them if they give us enough.
Do you want to give them full 15?
Why not? We've got lots. We can buy more to shop if needs be.
Wow! This will help our efforts considerably.
That's
the fix your reactor up, give you an extra power bar.
I mean, that's not brilliant, but I'll take it.
That's what you wanted to do.
Yeah, it's just an expensive way of doing it, really. But that's still a healthy amount of missiles.
Absolutely.
All right. Hit the exit.
You know what? If we went 2 jumps, we wouldn't have made it after all. Arrived at the long-range sector. The thing. Message small refugee colony. Like to help you on your mission, but don't have much to offer. If you have extra metal, perhaps we can work on your ship. We offer to increase your sensors in exchange for 42 scrap, but you ain't got no thing.
And with that, that's two sectors covered.
That's 2 sectors. That is the 3rd and penultimate part of this run, whichever way it's going to work out, but it is looking pretty good. This is one mean ship.
Yeah, I'm pleased with the Nottheborg. In fact, the Nottheborg is formidable as the actual Borg.
Perhaps even more so, because you don't even get the chance to be assimilated, you're just annihilated. Yeah. We are not the Borg, you will be annihilated.
Yeah, prepare to be annihilated.
Resistance is futile.
Aye. And with those kind of platitudes, before we get sued by the estate of Gene Roddenberry, I think we should call things to a close. As always, guys, like, comment, subscribe, always appreciated, and we shall see you in the next video.
Good night.